How to attract money using an intention candle. If you're serious about attracting more money and opportunities into your life over the next 12 months, then you need to make an intention candle. This video is for you if you want to earn more money over the next 12 months, if you want to get a promotion, boost your business, land your dream house or property, maybe, hey, even win something on the lottery. So an intention candle is a candle that you put your emotions into, your intention into it, what you want to happen. We're going to take a regular candle and add a few things to it, set it alight to begin the intention. This is really easy to do for you at home, and if you're serious about attracting wealth into your life, then over the next few months, take the time to watch this video through to the end. I'll be explaining a few important tips along the way, so you don't want to miss it. This is something I started doing for myself only very recently, and I have had amazing results with it, which is why I want to share it with you. In fact, I'm even going to share a mind-blowing cool photo before we get started. A few weeks ago, some of you who follow me on Facebook know that I created an intention candle with the idea of attracting healing abilities. So it wasn't a prosperity, but a healing one. So the day before I did that, I happened to pick up a book in the secondhand book store on Padre Pio, the saint. And, I got home, put it aside, forgot about it, and thought I'll get to it at some stage, as you do. So I went on to make my healing intention candle. The next day, I posted a picture of it when I set it alight, and I put a picture on Facebook. I totally missed it. There in the flame was a picture. And you said that it looked like Padre Pio. And to be truthful, I actually didn't know what he looked like. So I went and Googled him, and you were right. It is the spitting image of him. You can see like the little furrows between his eyes and the little cheeks. With the right intention, these candles do seem to attract spirit helpers. So let's get started. First, you're going to need a candle, ideally one that's in a jar, right? So that we can keep everything inside, something like this. But I actually have a special nice one right here, this red. The purpose of this candle is to attract wealth or business success or property. So we're going to use the color red, which is synonymous with wealth. So this here is a lovely one I got in Home Store and More, which you'll know in Ireland and the UK. It's not red inside, that doesn't matter, but there is red on the jar. So next we're going to add a few things to this candle. So let's get started. I'm going to take you over to my table behind me now, okay? The first thing we're going to do is be clear about your intention, what it is you want to attract exactly. Not what would be sort of nice. Oh, wouldn't it sort of be nice to win the lottery? Or wouldn't it sort of be nice to have a bigger house? I want you to be really clear about what you intend this candle to achieve for you. Be as specific as possible. So write it down, right? I'm just going to write down here. I'm going to say a new house and some sort of financial winning. Okay, so something that I win something to do with money and to do with a house. Okay, so that's what I'm just going to write down, just to make it easier here, but you just write it on a piece of paper. That's really what you want this candle. So set your intention right at the beginning. So we're going to take this off here. Okay, we're going to take this jar off. So we have, this is actually a rather large candle. As I said, you could just use something like this. If you want something smaller, that's no problem. I just love this jar so much. I think it's really beautiful. So the first thing we're going to do is, now that we have our intention clear, we are going to add some amplifiers. So some ingredients that we think will really boost our intentions. So I happen to have some citrine crystals here. Okay, these are small little yellow crystals, citron in color. Now I buy these little things on Amazon actually. If you look up, funny enough, if you look up witchcraft supplies, you get all these sort of little things which you can use for your intention candles. But if you just have one big citron, use that, just plonk it in there. That's no problem as well. So I'm going to add some citron because citron attracts abundance. Okay, citron is the crystal of abundance, particularly money. I'm going to put some citrons just on the side of the candle. Next, I am going to use some tiger eye, because tiger eye, it's in the word tiger eye, helps you focus on your goals. So once you know what your intention is, this kind of really locks it in for you. It's saying, yes, okay, this is what we would like to achieve. So I'm going to put some, oops, okay, they're falling all over the place. Make sure you put them all in. We don't waste anything, right? That's really important. Waste, certainly not when it comes to an abundance candle or a prosperity intention candle. So we're going to put some tiger eye in there. And finally, I'm going to use some clear quartz, okay? Just regular clear quartz, because that is a real booster. Okay, this clear quartz is really good. It's an amplifier. It boosts the power of your intention, but it also boosts the power of the other crystals around it as well. So it is a real amplifier. That is the point of the clear quartz. So we're going to put that in. Okay, now next I'm going to think about, so let's say I do want a house, or I want a new property, then choose something that signifies a house to you. There's no right or wrong answers here, but I actually just sometimes, I'm just going to use here. This is from, if you have a game of Monopoly, you know, Monopoly the game, I'm just taking a house from there and I am just putting the house there and saying, that's what I want. I would like a new property. Just dig it in a little bit there. Okay, just pop it in. The next thing I'm going to do is add a coin. So a €2 coin, that's the biggest, that's the largest denomination you can have in Europe in a coin. So take something that's meaningful, right? Don't just put in a penny or something like that, because that doesn't mean much. Put something that you think, oh, that's a large amount. So whatever the largest coin is in your own denomination, in your country, pop that in there as well. So pop your coin in there. Now, something that also represents a house to me is a key. So I actually have this little key charm. So the front door key. Now, you could easily just use, if you have a small key that you don't use anymore lying around the house that represents something to you, like opening a door, pop that in as well. Now, these charms, I've started to use these in my intention candles. They're really cute. Again, I just kind of found them. They're very cheap on Amazon. And I have lots of different charms in the set here, so you could use. So when I'm going to do, if I do a love intention candle for somebody who's looking for romance, then I would put in one of the hearts. But they have lots of different things here. An angel wings, so maybe when we're doing a healing candle, a writer's quill there for somebody who really wants to become a successful author. We'd put that in there because that would come under prosperity. So anything that has a personal significance to you where you feel yes. Okay, here we have a little angel. So there's lots of kind of charms that you can put in. In fact, I might just put a little angel in there because I think it's no harm for us to add some angel energy to all that prosperity. I also just have a few of these other crystals lying around that I'm going to pop in, which is a green one. Green is also associated with abundance, and a white amplifier. Again, they look pretty. I just like the look of them. They've got gold around the outside of them, so we're going to add that as well. Finally, I am going to add a little bit of oil. So this oil is, I have wild orange. It's just my favorite. To me, it's the scent of success. This is Kotanical Oils. It's an Irish company and they make organic essential oils. And each bottle contains about, about 200 drops of essential oil. So they are really, really beautiful. And when you have finished the bottle, you can send it back to the company for recycling. So I haven't smelled anything as nice as these oils in a long, long time. So just imagine it's wild orange, just wild orange. So I'm going to put a few scents of that over them. I'm going to keep it away from the wick because we don't want any oil on the wick. Okay, so we're just doing around the outside. And I'm going to add that key as well because I like the idea of a key and a house. To me, I can visually look at that and instantly get my intention. I can clearly see what it is. Now, sometimes you don't need to do this, but because you can just press everything in, and also when the candle starts to burn, they'll naturally all kind of solidify in there anyway. But sometimes what I do is I take a small little tea light like this that I've been lighting, and I pour the wax just over the bits that I want to, over the stones, just to keep them in there a little bit more solid. I just thought I have some wild lavender as well, dried lavender. So I might just pop that in just a little bit around the side as well, because it's beautiful to look at, but also because purple is the color of royalty and wealth. So that is very pretty to look at. So we're just going to keep it away again from the wick. Just keep it around the outside. I might just add a little bit of oil again to pour over that. So there it is. That is your intention candle. It's as simple as that to make. Once you've finished it, just cup your hands around it and take a moment to repeat your intention. Okay, so what is that you would like to attract? So in this case, I'm saying I would like to attract some sort of financial windfall and a property. Thank you. This is my intention, and I would think about this for just a minute or two. I just keep repeating those words, my intention, in my mind for a minute or two. I'd also ask if there is any spirit helper around, if they would join me. See, this is what I did last time with my healing one, and that is when we found the picture afterwards of Padre Pio in the flame. There is a difference between spirit helpers and guides. Your spirit guide is your constant companion through life, but a spirit helper can come in and help you temporarily. So with intention candles, I find myself reaching out to spirit helpers more than my spirit guide, just for that little extra bit of help. So when you have set your intention, then you can light the candle. Just remember, never leave, obviously, a lit candle unattended. I tend to burn it while I am working at my desk. When the candle is eventually completely burnt down, what I do is I take whatever ingredients are left and I bury them in a plant. Okay, so put them in some sort of soil, in a plant pot, something like that, so that the intention can continue to grow. I do hope you try it, and if you do, make sure that you post some pictures of your candle below.